Discrimination is basically the unfair distribution of resources, accesses, and opportunities. And so when a person is being discriminated against, what that basically means is because of how they look, society is dictating how much and how frequently and how deeply they can access certain opportunities and resources. Systemic discrimination is what you get when you get a group of individual races in one organization, one institution, one community, and their racist biases and their racist perspectives, either consciously or subconsciously, begin to manipulate the practices of an organization. And so it can be covertly expressed, it can be overtly expressed, but sooner or later, everybody in America who's been conditioned, you get them in one place to be conditioned to be racist, you get them in one place, they're going to slowly but surely impact what goes on in that setting. To me, this makes you racist. If you can't understand how living in that type of environment or setting can cause a whole group of people to be disempowered, you're functioning at a level of racism because of this. What you're saying indirectly is this: if me and my people went through what you and your people went through socially, whether it's in the past, present, or in the future, we would be doing better than you guys. But for some reason, you guys aren't just getting it. You're not putting enough effort in, you're not pulling yourself up by your psychological bootstraps, and that's why you're failing. So what people are saying is, again, people like me are better than people like you because we would be doing much better than what you guys are. Meaning we have the stuff necessary to overcome those things and you guys don't. Why does racism exist? It's basically a human survival of the fittest situation. We're all kind of fighting for resources, and in this culture, there's so many different types of people fighting for the limited resources that society gives us to fight over. And what happens is this: we kind of understand that in order for me to survive, I need resources. And we kind of also understand that I'm more likely to get resources if I work with other people. So it's kind of human nature, again, to pick people who either look like you or who you think have similar experiences. And so what happens in this culture, in this country, is in the fight for resources, the race for resources, whatever you want to call it, we slowly, consciously, subconsciously begin to work with people who look like us. And we begin to ostracize or alienate people who don't, so that we can have the most resource holding potential. Because of race and racism, we live in a color conscious society. So nobody's colorblind. And the best example I can give is like saying we're gender blind. It's like a woman in the armed forces saying gender doesn't matter. It's like a Muslim in America saying religion doesn't matter. It does matter. And so it's important that we keep it real with ourselves and know that, again, this is a racially charged culture. Discrimination, again, is prearranged privileges and accommodations that you get in society because of how you look. The white superiority complex, what does that mean? That's the sense that a lot of white people have that they are superior. And this sense can be strong, covert, overt, conscious, and it can also be subconscious. But this is how it was built. Of course, in this country, for many reasons, white people in every generation have successfully outperformed black Americans. At the same time, they've denied the impact of racism and discrimination on the black experience. So what's happening is we're successful, you guys are not successful. It's not because of racism and stigma, it's because of you guys. And so what happens is that gap produces criticism. So this is kind of the purpose of stigma and discrimination. The purpose of racism is to justify discrimination, meaning I have a right to withhold things from you because you're inferior and you don't get it right. Put it in reality. As a police officer, I have a right to pull you over because people like you do stupid things. So I have a right to profile you. I can't justify those type of behaviors without first stigmatizing you.